Welcome back to After Work English. If you are listening while tying your shoes, waiting for coffee, or checking the time for the third time this morning, this episode is for you.
And if you are already late, we are not judging you. We are sitting next to you in spirit, holding one shoe, one phone, and maybe a piece of toast.
Today we are talking about a very real kind of person. The person who says, I need to leave in 2 minutes, and then somehow starts looking for a pen, a charger, or the other sock.
The mysterious disappearing sock. I think it has a private life. It waits until 8007, then it hides.
Exactly. But this episode is not about becoming a perfect morning routine machine. It is about something much smaller and much kinder.
We are going to build 3 tiny English habits for people who are often late. Not 3 big habits, not a new life, just 3 micro habits.
Habits so small that you can do them when your hair is messy, your bag is half open, and your brain is still loading.
And the nice part is that these habits do 2 jobs at the same time. They help you practice English, and they help you feel a little calmer in rushed moments.
So if you often feel that English study belongs to some perfect future version of you, this episode is here to say no. English can live inside real life, including chaotic life.
Especially chaotic life. Honestly, the bus stop is a classroom. The hallway is a classroom. The elevator is a classroom with worse music.
In the next 20 minutes, we will give you 3 tiny habits, simple example lines, and a gentle way to stay consistent even if your schedule feels messy.
This episode is around B1 to B2 level.
So, some parts may sound a little richer, but we will keep the ideas clear and practical.
And if you miss a few words, that is okay. Stay with the main idea and keep going with us.
You can always come back later, and you will catch more each time.
And if this kind of calm, practical episode is what you need today, stay with us.
Later, tell us in the comments which moment makes you late most often: the alarm, the door, or the road. When you know the hard moment, it becomes much easier to add one small English action there.
Because we are not trying to force English into your whole day. We are trying to place it in one real moment that already happens every day.
Let's start with habit number 1. This is the habit for the first minute after you wake up, or at least the first honest minute after you stop pretending you're awake.
That is a very important difference.
Habit 1 is this: say your next 3 actions in English. Just 3. Not a paragraph, not a journal, just the next 3 actions.
For example, sit up, wash my face, put on my shirt, or turn off the alarm, drink water, open the curtain.
This sounds tiny, but it matters because late people often wake up inside a cloud of pressure. The brain jumps straight to panic. I am late. I messed up. The whole day is ruined.
Yes, the brain loves drama at 7:12 in the morning.
And 3 short action sentences can interrupt that drama. They bring you back to the next step, not the whole day. Not your whole personality, just the next step.
I really like that phrase, the next step. It is useful in English and useful in life. The next step means the small action directly in front of you.
Right. If you say, the next step is to put on my shoes, your mind becomes clearer. You stop fighting the whole mountain, and you take one step on the path.
Let me give a messy real-life example. Imagine Maya. Her alarm rings at 6:45. She hits snooze once, maybe twice. Now it is 7003. She feels that hot wave of stress.
Quick vocabulary moment. Snooze means to stop the alarm for a few more minutes. You are not fully getting up. You are borrowing time from your future self.
Which future self does not appreciate it?
Exactly. So Maya does not open a big study app. She does not start a 10-minute lesson. She simply says, stand up, brush my teeth, put my lunch in my bag,
3 lines, 1 breath each. No pressure.
and do not waste energy making the English pretty. Useful is better than beautiful at 7 in the morning.
Yes. Put on socks is perfect. I shall now begin the elegant arrangement of my clothing is not the goal.
Please never say that to your socks.
I promise nothing.
Another tip is to keep the same 3 lines for a whole week. Repetition creates speed and speed creates trust. Your mouth starts moving before panic gets bigger.
Your brain learns the path, alarm, sentence, movement. That chain becomes familiar, and familiar things are easier to repeat on hard days.
If you live with family or roommates and you feel shy, whisper the lines. If the house is still dark, say them silently in your head. Quiet practice still counts.
It also helps keep you off your phone for one more minute. The first screen of the day can swallow your morning before your feet even touch the floor.
Yes, if the first thing you do is open messages, your time disappears into other people's urgency. But if your first tiny task is English, you start the day with your own voice.
Then, while you are brushing your teeth or pulling on a jacket, you can repeat the lines again. Repetition is not boring here. It is stabilizing.
And if full sentences feel too hard in the morning, start with verbs and objects. Shoes, keys, water. Then grow it into sentences later.
Tiny is not weak. Tiny is smart. Tiny is what survives a tired morning.
Another helpful phrase here is I am running behind. Native speakers use that a lot. It means you are later than planned, but it sounds calmer than everything is a disaster.
You can say, I am running behind, so I will keep my English simple. That is such a healthy sentence. It respects reality.
I also think this habit helps with identity. If every morning, even for 15 seconds, you use English to guide yourself, you stop thinking, I study English only when life is perfect.
And you start thinking, I am a person who uses English in real life. That is a big shift. Identity changes through repetition, not through one heroic day.
If you want to make habit 1 easier, put 3 sample lines on your phone lock screen, bathroom mirror, or near the alarm. Something like, get up, get dressed, grab my bag.
Or change them by situation. If you work from home, might tea, open my laptop, check today's plan. If you were a student, wash up, pack my notebook, leave on time.
If you are a parent, the lines may be less peaceful. Find the shoes, pack the snack, smile anyway.
Very realistic and still excellent English.
And one more gentle point. If you miss the habit one day, do not say, I failed. Just use it the next morning. A micro habit should be easy to restart.
Because perfection does not help late people. Restarting helps late people.
Now let's move to habit number 2. This one happens at the door, in the hallway, or in the elevator just after you leave home.
This is my favorite one because it feels like a tiny movie scene. Bag on shoulder, hand on the handle, time moving fast.
Habit 2 is the doorway check in English. Say 3 things, the time, what you have, and what you're doing next.
For example, it's 8:10. I have my phone, wallet, and keys. I'm leaving now. That is it.
Or it's 7:42. I have my lunch and notebook. I'm going straight to the bus stop.
This habit is useful because late people often leave the house in pieces. Your body is outside, but your mind is still in the kitchen, under the bed, and inside yesterday's problems.
That is so true. The doorway check gathers your attention. It also gives you practical English you will use again and again: time, common objects, simple present continuous, and movement words.
And you can build very strong sentence patterns here. I have, I need, I'm going. These are basic patterns, but they cover a huge part of daily life.
They really do. They are not fancy, but they are powerful. This is the kind of English people use before coffee, on stairs, in parking lots, and at station gates.
Real English, not museum English.
Museum English?
Sentences that are grammatically perfect but never leave the glass box.
I know exactly what you mean.
And this habit can prevent a second problem. A lot of people are not only late, they are late and missing something important.
Yes, the famous late and forgot my keys combination.
A classic.
So when you say, I have my phone, wallet, keys, and lunch, you're doing a language exercise and a life exercise together.
You can also add prepositions if you want a tiny upgrade. My keys are in my pocket. My notebook is in my bag. My coffee is in my hand. Very normal, very useful.
Let me add a good word here: buffer. A buffer is extra time between one thing and another. If your bus comes at 8:15, a good buffer might mean trying to be ready at 8,005.
Many always late people do not hate planning. They just forget to build a buffer. Everything is scheduled too tightly. One slow elevator, one lost sock, one text message, and the whole plan falls apart.
So your doorway line can even include a buffer idea. It's 8. My bus is at 8:15. I still have a few minutes. Or if not, it's 8:12. I'm running behind, so I'm walking directly there.
A student might say, "It's 8:20, class starts at 8:30. I need to hurry, but I don't need to panic." That last part is important. Panic wastes time. Clear action saves time.
Another useful phrase is out the door. If someone says, I need to be out the door by 8:05, it means they need to have left home by that time.
I use that phrase all the time. I have 10 minutes. I need to be out the door soon.
This doorway habit is also a good place to practice one simple message for real life. If you know you will be late, say or type, I'm running about 10 minutes late. I'll be there soon.
Clean, polite, normal English. No long apology speech while walking into a poll.
Exactly, and notice the word about there. About 10 minutes late sounds natural because life is not exact when you are rushing.
Here is a small story. A listener named Ken once told me that mornings felt like he was dropping pieces of himself everywhere. His headphones on the table, his lunch in the fridge, his focus in another dimension.
I understand that feeling.
He started doing one doorway sentence said every day. It's 8,005. I have my laptop, charger, lunch, and keys. I'm heading to the train. After 2 weeks, he said he felt less scattered.
Not perfect, less scattered. That is such an important goal. We do not need a magical transformation. We need a calmer pattern.
And if full sentences feel like too much, you can shorten the check. 8,005. Laptop, keys, lunch, train now. Then grow it later.
Again, keep it alive, not impressive.
Also, if you live with other people, this can become funny and social. Your partner hears you say, phone, wallet, keys, and suddenly the whole home sounds like a small airport.
A very educational airport.
Exactly.
Now, habit number 3. This one is for the tiny waiting moments that still exist even in a rushed day. The elevator, the bus stop, the red light, the coffee machine, the microwave, the line at the shop.
Those little pockets of time that are too short for a big task and too long for staring at your shoe.
Habit 3 is the one breath update. Use one short waiting moment to say 2 simple sentences in English about where you are and what happens next.
For example, I'm at the bus stop. I'm going to review 3 words. Or, I'm waiting for the elevator. After this, I'm going straight to my meeting.
Or, if the day is already messy, I left home late, but I'm here now. I can still speak calmly.
I love that one because it adds emotional language, not just object language. It teaches you to describe your state without attacking yourself.
Yes, that matters. Many learners know how to say, I have a pen, but they do not know how to say, I feel rushed, but I can reset. And that second kind of English is very useful in real life.
Quick word here. Reset means to start again in a cleaner, calmer way. Not from the beginning of your whole life, just from this moment.
So if you missed the bus, habit 3 is not, I am terrible. It is, I missed the bus. I'll take the next one. This is my reset.
That is much more adult and much more useful.
The one breath update also works well because late people often believe they have no time. But most days still contain many small waits. 30 seconds here, 50 seconds there. Those moments are enough for real practice.
And there is something psychologically nice about it. When the day feels out of control, a tiny spoken update gives you a feeling of direction.
Yes, you remember I am still here. I still have a choice. I can use this moment.
Let me paint a scene. Lena is late for work. She finally gets on the train. Instead of opening social media and feeding her stress, she looks out the window and says, I'm on the train now. I'll answer one email when I arrive. Today I want to stay calm.
That is beautiful because it is honest, simple, and useful. It is not a fake perfect sentence from a textbook. It is real-life English.
Another scene. A college student is standing outside the classroom because the teacher has not arrived. Yet. 30 seconds. He says, I'm waiting outside class. I want to ask one question today. That is a real intention.
And for home life, the kettle is boiling. After tea, I'm starting my homework. Or, the rice is cooking. I'm going to review 2 phrases.
If you are waiting in a shop line, you can ask and answer a tiny question. What do I need this afternoon? I need to finish one report. Or what do I want to practice today? I want to practice polite messages.
I like that because it turns dead time into meaningful language without making the moment heavy. It still feels human.
And if speaking out loud feels strange in public, use a very soft voice. Move your lips silently, or record one quick voice note when you are alone. The habit can be flexible.
This habit can also become a bridge to vocabulary review. Keep a tiny list on your phone with 5 useful words from your week: late, rush, calm, meeting, prepare. During a waiting moment, make 1 sentence with each.
Or choose one phrase, family for a whole week, Monday to Friday. Maybe you repeat lines with on time, late, running behind, and hurry. Small, families of words stick better than random word piles.
Notice that we are still not asking for 20 minutes, a perfect desk, or a special notebook. We are using the life you already have.
That is the secret. If a habit only works on calm Sundays, it is not built for your real life.
And there is one more place habit 3 can help: the moment after you arrive late. That moment is often full of shame, and shame makes language smaller.
Yes, your brain goes blank. You forget even easy words.
So prepare 1 clean arrival line. Thanks for waiting, I'm here now. Or, sorry I'm late. Thank you for your patience. Short, calm, finished.
That is powerful because it turns a stressful moment into a practiced moment. You are not hiding from English. You are using English to move through the moment.
Let's put the 3 habits together so they feel connected. Morning, say the next 3 actions. Doorway, say the time, what you have, and what comes next. Waiting moment, say a 1 breath update.
Morning doorway, waiting. Bed door bus, 3 places, 3 small habits.
And each one trains useful English, verbs and actions, everyday objects in time, feelings, plans, and short reflections.
More importantly, each one gives your day a tiny structure without demanding a giant personality change.
I want to say something clearly to anyone who is listening and thinking, but I've tried habits before. I always stop.
That thought is very common.
If you often stop, it does not always mean you are lazy. Sometimes it means the habit was too heavy, too abstract, or placed at the wrong moment.
Yes, a lot of people choose habits that sound beautiful on paper and impossible at 7008 with cold toast in one hand.
Micro habits respect friction. They respect tiredness. They respect real mornings. And because they are small, they are easier to repeat. And repeated actions are what build confidence.
Confidence is not usually born from one amazing week. It grows from many small wins. A small win is a tiny success that tells your brain, I can do this again.
So if tomorrow you only say 1 English line at the door, that still counts. That is not nothing. That is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming.
A person who can be imperfect and still practice. Honestly, that is a stronger identity than the fantasy of being perfect.
Before we finish, let's do a gentle recap and vocabulary review from today's episode.
We picked words and phrases that are natural, practical, and easy to use in daily life.
First phrase, running behind. It means you are later than you planned to be. Example, I'm running behind, so I'll take the faster route.
Second word, snooze. As a verb, it means to stop your alarm for a few more minutes. Example, I snoozed my alarm twice and then I had to rush.
Third phrase, the next step. This means the small action directly in front of you, not the whole big problem. Example, don't panic. The next step is putting on your shoes.
Fourth phrase, out the door. It means leaving home. Example, I need to be out the door by 8005 if I want to catch the train.
Fifth word, buffer. A buffer is extra time between activities. Example, I added a 10-minute buffer before work and mornings felt less stressful.
Sixth word, catch, as in catch the bus or catch the train. It means arrive in time to get on it. Example, if I leave now, I can still catch the bus.
Seventh phrase, in a rush. It means moving quickly because time feels tight. Example: when I'm in a rush, I forget easy words, so I keep my English simple.
Eighth word, reset. It means start again in a calmer or cleaner way from this moment. Example: I miss one habit in the morning, but I can reset at the bus stop.
Ninth phrase: small win. A small win is a tiny success that gives you confidence. Example: one clear sentence in English before work is a small win.
Let me add one more because it fits this episode so well. Stick with. It means continue doing something. Example: this habit is small enough to stick with on busy days.
Notice how ordinary these words are. That is exactly why they matter. They belong to everyday life, and everyday life is where real English grows.
If you want a tiny homework task, here it is. Choose only one of the 3 habits for the next 3 days. Not all 3, just one.
And make it embarrassingly easy. If you choose the morning habit, say only one line. If you choose the doorway habit, check only time and keys. If you choose the waiting habit, say only one short update.
Then tell us which one you picked, or which one sounds easiest for your life right now. Morning doorway or waiting moment.
You can also write one sample sentence in the comments. Something like, I'm at the door. I have my phone and keys. I'm leaving now. Real, simple, useful.
And if you are listening while running late, here is your gentle reminder. Being late does not cancel your day, and it does not cancel your English either.
You are allowed to learn in small pieces. You are allowed to sound simple. You are allowed to begin again in the middle of a messy morning.
That is the whole spirit of After Work English. Calm growth, real life, one small step at a time.
Thanks for spending this time with us today. If this episode helped, you can share it with a friend who is always looking for keys at the last second.
And if you want, tell us in the comments which of the 3 habits you want to try first.
If you like learning English this way, subscribe and come back for the next one.
Take care, move gently, and we will talk to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.